Hey, how are we doing today? It is Thursday and it's actually June 30th. So after today, the year is officially half over with. And that's definitely a little hard to wrap your head around to say 6 months has already gone by. You can kind of look back and see what you've accomplished. Although for a lot of us, myself included, sometimes we look back and we focus on what we didn't accomplish. That's okay to at least realize what you might have to work on, but yet you still want to look at what you did accomplish to realize, I did do this, do some celebration for it. So this is David, where we talk about improving your health, wellness, and fitness, and you do that by balancing the triad, which is working on your body, your mind, and your spirit. So, little topic, it's going to be something I've kind of talked in, it's going to seem like it's going to be contradictory to what I've mentioned before, but let's go into a little detail of it, and that is still moving, but going nowhere. So, with that, let's go back to the contradictory part that may seem contradictory. Because a lot of times, if we're trying to figure out what direction to go into, we can sit around and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. But if you actually move, you start doing something, you start figuring something out, you start working, then from there you'll find out if you're going in the wrong direction, but at least you're making it work. You go start moving, you course correct as needed. So this here is because the topic's come up in a couple different videos I've watched over the past day or so. And excuse me, I still do have, for some reason, I still got a little cough, by the way, in my chest here, which is thinking about this yesterday when I've been sick the past, 3-4 years I've been sick. This is my third time. And whatever reason, a cough has hung around and right in the middle of the chest, but that's had no fever, nothing else, just a little bit of a cough. So I got my water next to me, but that's what's going on here. Let me get back on topic. Well, notion is sometimes, you want to at least move and at least doing something, and you can course correct as needed. Well, sometimes that something is getting quiet. And that's what the videos I got to read, or the ideas I came up to the past couple of days, is there's times where we keep moving, and sometimes it's going full bore. We think the harder we move, the faster we go, the more we're going to get, the more we're going to happen, and sometimes it doesn't. So the direction of doing the opposite is kind of getting quiet. Now, that may mean doing some meditation. That might mean doing some journaling, but the idea is to get quiet, which is still doing something. Because there's a lot of noise that goes on, either around us in our lives and sometimes in our heads as well. A lot of different ideas come through. And it's learning to get quiet so we can hear those inner nudges, and sometimes those universal, sometimes referred to as God nudges, whatever your belief is. But we can get those signals from us. You want to call it intuition, feelings, whatever you want to label it. You're really not going to hear it too well unless you get quiet. And again, that could be meditation, maybe sitting outside in nature, journaling. Anytime you heard me journal, I've always mentioned about going from a third person, because I'll automatically disassociate you from the situation. You get to be an observer, so you get to see things a little more objectively. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Or subjectively? I always get those two mixed up. But it's learning to get quiet. And that's one of the things I've been kind of dealing with right here. Is it's finally dawned on me. I've been struggling with a little situation, and yesterday it finally clicked to me about what the actual aspect is. And I haven't necessarily been moving, but I haven't been doing much either. So I haven't been getting quiet enough to listen. And this is what some people might do as well, is they do something else to distract themselves. It's a bit of a form of procrastination, but it's a coping mechanism about how they're doing something. They distract themselves without focusing on the real problem. So yesterday I had to come to a situation. I was like, okay, here's what's really going on, focusing more last night. And so for me, it's going to be learning to get a little quiet, sit down, kind of do some stuff. I got some programs that might help me to go through it a little bit. But for me, it's actually going to be about getting quiet and doing some more mental work, slow, steady, and easy. I'm not going to jumping into it, going full bore. It isn't going to do me good. But it's going to have to be slowing down. So figure out in your life, have there been times where you sit there and you're going, go, and you didn't get anywhere? You're going 100 miles an hour, and either you're just you're doing donuts or spinning a circle, or you're making laps, or you're high-centered and the wheels are just spinning. And if you just focus here, you might not know that until you got to stop and quiet and go, oh, what's actually going on here? And it's also getting real with yourself. Realize, admit, and say, okay, here's what's going on for me. Here's what's taking place. So, some ideas for you to kind of more or less ponder right now to realize what's going on in your life. How are you doing it? Are you going somewhere? Are you making progress? Are you making improvements? Or or you do keep doing something and something's not, and it's not going anywhere. Take a step back, get quiet, realize, evaluate yourself. It's just like for me, when I got a little under the weather 2 weeks ago, I realized looking back for myself, one of the things was I should have taken a time off for my training because I switched training programs. I should have taken time off. So that's what I did this week. I went for a walk yesterday, did nothing the first part of the week, so I'll probably go for a walk today as well. It's learn to get quiet and listen. What are the signals you're getting? So consider that. And if you want something to thought process, in the description, there's a link to the free training in my Facebook group, and I'll get you in the Health and Wellness Your Way, which is going to get you to start thinking about that. If you haven't figured out yet, if you need some questions, at least get that process started. Links in the description there. But yeah, go through and figure out, have there been times where you're still going, you're going there, go, and you're not getting anywhere? Might be time to take a step back. You're still doing something, but that something is getting quiet and listening. All right, hope all that kind of made sense for you. So enjoy the last day of June 2022. And so we also finish off the first half of the year. So I will catch you tomorrow. Take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.